Broadcasting live from Lower Greenville, from the Wall Beer Company's bottle shop. It's Bottoms Up Dallas. Yes, I know, folks. Everybody makes mistakes. Now, here we go. Bottoms Up Dallas with your host, these fellas.
All right. Hello, Internet. We're back.
What's up, guys? How you doing?
World Beer Company, the World Bottle Shop. What do they call it these days? Yeah, the Bottle Shop, the World Beer Company. Anyways, I'm one of your hosts. I'm Jay. Here we have Cullen.
How you doing?
The co-host and the wonderful founder of Seven Summits Brewery.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Tonight we're going to be talking about stouts. And on my left is Jimmy.
How's it going, guys?
A man of few words, but that's why you listen more.
Yes.
He only
Put them out few and far between.
Yep.
Yeah.
His words are like Apollo Creed punches.
Anyways, this is our first show that we're going to be trying outside. Hopefully it won't rain torrentially or have us be struck by lightning since we're a bunch of godless heathens.
Or hopefully it will. Maybe we should tease that it is going to actually do that.
We are going to get West Nile virus live on the air.
Is fickle and unpredictable, and man cannot control her, so any of these things could actually happen, and that might make it a more interesting show. That's right.
That's right. Go beer.
Yeah.
This guy knows what's up.
See? Now we got other people saying go beer. That's right. Thank you very much. Go beer. So yeah, anyways, let's talk a little bit about what we got going on the show tonight, guys.
About beer.
Yes, beer.
We're drinking beer. That's what we're doing.
All right, we're going to go to beer, so see everyone.
And that's the show.
Anyways, all right. So today's show is focusing on stouts.
Stout.
Stout.
Let it all out.
Oh,
sorry.
Now what? This one is a little bit beyond what I really know. Like, what is a stout that I would usually have?
Guinness.
That's
Guinness.
the most.
Everyone has had Guinness.
Yep, that's what's in your grocery store.
It's probably the most drink beer.
Oh.
Now, hold on.
Oh, shit.
So you can't give too much away because then what are we going to do during the history section?
Oh, no, don't worry.
Think about this.
Don't worry.
I'm giving you permission to tease out what a stout is.
It's a beer.
Don't blow your load right off the bat, my friend.
It's dark. It's rich.
I want to start with the memory test first.
Our
Seems like y'all try to get.
Oh, shit.
I think y'all try to forget about that.
He's
but we're
cheating.
get
He
that
doesn't
in.
have a beer. So
what's up with that?
I already drank, but yes, I need to know.
He's counting him down. He's sobering up right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. As
Second
always,
wind.
I'm going to read off a bit of beer trivia. These guys have to retain the information for the 2 hours the show goes, and then they take a quiz at the end. The one with the highest score at the wind is the wind.
Well, it is windy, so.
Yeah, okay.
the wind came in. We
And
already talked about Mother Nature.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. So the one with the highest score at the end is deemed the winner and given the official trophy of Beer Master for the evening for retaining as much information while drinking beer as possible.
I got drunk and lost the trophy.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Okay, so
well, it's not really lost. It's misplaced somewhere on our block.
oh well, then that's fine. We'll look for it some other day.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to the show.
Sorry.
All right, so here we go. Here is the whoa.
The wind.
Yeah, here's the
the wind.
show. Here's the information you have to keep memorized for 2 hours, and that's it.
All
Ready?
right.
Here we go. In 1810, Munich established Oktoberfest as an official celebration. It begins in late September, though. After consuming buckets of ale, Vikings would head fearlessly into battle, often without armor or even shirts. In fact, berserk means bare shirt in Norse, and eventually took on the meaning of their wild battles.
Oh, you dick! I saw what
What
you
is
did.
it?
He
Is
just
he
took
snapping
pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering what he was doing there. Oh, that's okay. We'll confiscate that. Where's this and that?
Oh yeah.
So, well, perilously put it there. Okay, here we go. In Bavaria, beer is legally defined as a staple food.
Oh.
Can you believe that? I didn't even think it was safe to eat staples, but in Bavaria, they got weird
Yeah.
diets.
They're ready to fucking go.
Does anybody know who Hammurabi was?
Yeah.
The first written codes in the
Yeah,
world?
yeah.
So according to the Code of Hammurabi of ancient Babylonia, that'd be about 1750 BC, if my memory serves correct. That was
Okay,
not
wow.
written down here.
Amazing.
A merchant could be put to death for diluting beer.
Good.
Did you know that? I know.
Those sons of bitches.
One of the things I wish we
Why would
still...
you try to dilute your beer?
Yeah.
No, just sell to other people. What are you...
I just didn't
Oh,
want
is
to.
this how
I
he-
just didn't want to
He's
go
just
around
like,
trying to
what are you
pull
doing,
beer.
Dell?
Well, our intern Jedi is standing back there to help with everything on the show. All right, ready? So the Egyptian pyramids were built on beer. Stonecutters, slaves, and public officials were paid in a type of beer called cash. That's with a K. That's actually where we derive our
Sure that
term.
wasn't Kush?
Cash
No, I'm just
from-
kidding.
Yeah, it probably was. I'm
Totally
also not
sounds
sure about the slave thing. Hadn't that been disproven? But all right. Now, in English pubs, unruly customers were told to mind their pints and their quarts, as in how much you're drinking, and settle down. So began the phrase, mind your P's and Q's. Beer wasn't sold in bottles until 1850. Beer lovers would visit their local tavern with a special bucket called a
$18.50 was
Growler.
growler. and have it filled and then begin the merry journey home. Very nice. And by the way, I guess should promote that here. You can bring growlers into World Beer
And get tons
they,
of beer.
They will fill up your growler for an excellent price, excellent beer. So make sure you come in here and handle that. Let's see. I doubled this one, so I'm going to read it again. Beer wasn't sold in bottles until 1850. Beer lovers would visit their local tavern with a special bucket called a
Growler.
and have them filled and begin their merry journey home. Now, I guess since we're here, I'll go ahead and say that World Beer actually does.
Is this
fill up
Groundhog Day
growlers.
of
Yeah, all over
radio?
again. Okay, the most expensive beer in the world is called. Anybody want to take a guess at this?
I already know the answer.
And you're looking at it, so okay.
It has something to do with Egyptian shit.
It's called Tutankhamun.
Yeah, there we go.
And it's prepared according to the recipe discovered by a group of University of Cambridge archaeologists at Queen Nefertiti's Temple of the Sun in Egypt.
Idiots.
It cost $52 a bottle. There's no way. Why am I talking
What
about
is
this?
wrong?
Blah,
It
blah, blah,
costs
blah.
$52 damn dollars a
It costs
bottle.
52 bottles just to buy one bottle.
It's
to buy
produced
$1.
in limited numbers and numbered editions. Man, and I haven't even had a drink yet.
Maybe
This is
that's
killing
the
me.
You're
problem.
you're
Yeah.
screwed, man.
King
Probably all that
Gambrinus
opium.
is the patron saint of beer. He is not to be confused with Saint Arnold, the patron saint of
Of
brewing.
brewing, yeah.
So remember to keep those two separate. Now, gentlemen, you have to remember those till a little before midnight.
So 52 bottles of beer on the wall.
That should be a great way to remember the
Yeah.
amount it costs. Gentlemen, Godspeed.
Oh, thank you.
And
Thank you
good
very much.
luck, you drunk fucks.
All right, that's our unfortunately sober producer. He's gonna have
Yes.
to work
Woo,
on that.
man.
'Cause, man, he is just off his game.
Yeah.
Anyways, so all right, so now we have our trivia that we all have to remember to not forget.
Right.
Of which I think that I have one still remembered, so I'm not starting out well.
I've got a solid 2,
Yeah.
so I'm feeling pretty good.
I got a
about it.
solid 2 remembered, so I'm
So-
feeling pretty good about that one.
Yeah, we should be okay, I think. All right. I think later tonight we're going to be interviewing some other hosts from Deep Ellum on Air, which I guess if you're seeing this, you already know what that is. But tell your friends, it's an awesome web radio show that's here in Dallas.
That would be awesome if there was somebody who didn't know what that was.
And watching, there's like,
very confused as to what they were watching.
what am I watching?
They just
How did
got
this happen?
drunk and the internet started, and
Where they're
Who
just
am I?
face planted on their computer and it typed in Deep Ellum on air. Bam, there you go.
done. But anyways, so we should be having some other hosts from other shows on. We'll be talking about what they do, and more importantly, how much they like what we do, and that's what really matters to us and everybody, really. Let's see, what else do we have? I think we have some stand-up comics that we're going to be interviewing.
Really?
1 or 2 of them.
That'll be nice. That'll be nice.
And then there's going to be a history lesson on stout, which should be very enjoyable because stouts are delicious, and basically it's like drinking dinner.
That's what everyone says. I hope to dispel that rumor tonight.
Okay.
But that's what everyone. I think it's one of those beers that everyone kind of like either love it or people go, fucking dark beer. And I'm like, so tonight I wanted to choose stout so we could go over some stuff and really. There are some stouts like drinking dinner, and there are some stouts that are even less alcohol and less calories than a Bud Light. So
Really?
yeah,
Interesting.
so.
Well, the gauntlet has been laid down, and it's up to Cullen to disprove us. So
should be fun. It should be fun.
yeah, I'm looking forward to that. And we should have Chris here for the review later.
Hopefully so.
Our fearless other beermeister.
I don't know if he's so fearless. Every time he comes on, he chugs a beer with a straw. So I don't know
Well,
how fearless
that's for
he
ventilation
is.
purposes. I can't begrudge him that.
That's true. That's
And
true.
We have to keep our eyes out because it's Friday night, and that means that the craft brewing shotgun crew is going to be heading up and down the street.
Oh,
And since
really?
we're on the street, we can shotgun a craft beer if we manage to flag them down and do it on air and give them a little promotion, us a lot of beer, and I think that's win-win in my book.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just me beer. I don't really care about their promotion.
Well, yeah, but they have to feel like they're getting something out of it, even if they're not really. So, anyways,
I'll be sure to send that cut from the show to them
Yeah.
to come by.
Yeah, so
We have to trick them into feeling like they're
I'm
getting something out
really
of it.
bad at promoting stuff. Okay, so everyone,
So who the fuck are you guys giving me your beer, bro?
get here,
Get out of here.
Harum. And let's see. Then there's the beer tasting, and
Well, don't forget, before the beer tasting or the interviews or any of that, we're going to be talking about the Firkin, the Feckin'
Oh
Firkin.
yeah, the fucking
Yeah.
Firkin.
So we got a cool beer we're going to be talking about in the next segment.
Yeah.
That's coming from Austin Brewery. So,
Oh, I don't know anything about this Feckin.
well, you should.
I know I should, but I wanted it to be a surprise.
Okay.
So I can go into it blind. And anyways, well, that's our show. There's gonna be some drinking game rules at the end of it.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I thought you were
anyways,
closing it up right now.
yeah, apparently.
And so, guys, that was it. I hope you
That's
enjoyed
our
it.
show right there. Enjoy. No,
As soon as you heard about the
we'll be
Firkin, you were
back.
like, I'm done.
I guess we'll be back. They'll just wave. It's like, meh.
Dell's just having a seizure back there.
just get so nervous when he waits for me to stop. Once I go shit.
I don't think we'll be able to get through the night without making a once you go black, you never go back joke.
Which isn't actually true.
So Chris gets here.
Yeah.
She's gonna give you the becking information.
I already have it.
You have it all?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then, would you get with her? We're gonna do his interview next.
Okay.
That'll be the next segment, so put us back on track. And then we're gonna move the fecking to the fourth quarter, and we'll roll it into the histories as well.
Okay, so what am I doing right now?
You're gonna meet with Steph, and you two are gonna coordinate bringing all the fecking stuff out here, what the beers are, and talk about those.
Oh, so bringing out the stouts?
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, and that too. You might as well have those ready.
Okay, so we're gonna do an interview right now.
Yeah, but you're out on the.
Oh, okay, cool.
And those, so that way you can coordinate the next two segments with Steph. Okay. And my butt's all sweaty.
I just want to go over the top.
What?
Instead of trying to get through all the wires.
Good.
Right here. So. name again?
Patrick Puckett.
Patrick Puckett. That's right. I'm so effing bad with names. I don't know why they keep. All right, and we're back. Everyone just pointed at me when I was in the middle of a sentence, but we're back now.
And it was a great sentence too. It was.
Do you
it
know
was.
the name of this show?
We are Bottoms Up Dallas these days. It's taken me all month to remember that.
The sentence you were in the middle of was probably the best sentence I've ever heard from a talk show host. I'm really fucking bad with names. Hey, we're back.
Anyways, this is Patrick Puckett.
Hi.
Yes. Anyways, he has another show on Deep Ellum on air.
I'm the co-host of Starstruck with CJ Starr, Damus Smith. Good ass show.
Yes.
Yeah, I was watching a bit of the show this morning actually.
It's good. Yeah, it's every comedy show that you go to, comics we hang out outside because we work together a lot. We've seen each other's act. We don't need to see it again. So we spend a lot of time out front just bullshitting and fucking around.
Yeah.
And we had the idea, why not put that on the internet? Our sort of fucking around.
Yeah, that's a very good idea.
Because sometimes, for us especially, sometimes the bullshit session out front is better than the show.
Right.
Because you get shows that are
It's
that are
hit or
terrible.
miss.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes.
Yeah.
And you got a hard profession, man. I could not do what you do. So.
It took a while for me to kind of get to where I could do it.
Okay.
I'd wanted to do it for since I was a kid.
Mhm.
And every other type of comedy, like improv or like doing, I did school plays, stuff like that, I was kind of good at. Stand-up, I was fucking horrible.
Really?
I tried it at 17. I went to a relative's church. They had a talent show on Easter Sunday night.
Oh, boy.
And I thought, I'm going to do stand-up. And I think the best joke I had was, I think this was like 96, 97 when the Cowboys they weren't in the Super Bowl. A lot of them were getting arrested.
Yeah.
And I said, I have this year's Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl ring and held up a pair of handcuffs.
Nah.
With a bunch of people that had just had Easter dinner. They didn't want to be at church anyway.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I thought, my knowledge of stand-up was you just do what you do, and then when you're done, you're done. I didn't know there was like a time limit.
Huh.
So the guy was doing this, telling me to wrap it up, and I thought it was because I was terrible.
Oh.
And so I tried to end big, and it flopped, and he walked on stage and grabbed the mic. Let's have some singing.
Oh, jeez.
So it took it.
Southern Baptist Church there?
Yes. Yes.
You can tell from the accent.
Oh, yes. So it took me a while to get into it, but I love it.
Oh, that's good, though.
I'm not even qualified to do anything else, so I'm stuck doing this.
It's better work.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of most comics that are like, it's like the better comic you are, the worse job record you have.
Interesting.
I think I did the math, and since I was 15 till now, like regular jobs, I've had 30.
Oh, wow. Probably gotten some decent material out of some of them, at least.
Yeah, I've worked with some idiots.
Yeah, you've worked with humanity. So.
Yes.
Well, all right. Well, so you were going to tell me a quick story about the funniest funeral you've ever been to. I got to hear this story.
All right. I don't know how we got talking about grandpas, but I went to someone's grandfather passed away. I went to a Puerto Rican funeral.
Okay.
It was the funniest funeral I've ever been to in my life. Here's why. You walk in and they have like salsa music playing. Dun, da, 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 and I'm thinking, okay, it's a celebration of this guy's life. He was a happy-go-lucky guy. I understand it. But people are sobbing uncontrollably. The crazy thing of it was, whenever the music would stop, so would the crying. Like, on a dime.
It was like crying musical chairs.
Yeah, it's like
Interesting.
upbeat. It's like Ricky Martin's greatest hits.
Yeah.
And then like Les Miserables. Like so there's the family was sitting in the front row, and then there was a whole lot of empty pews, and then people that kind of knew the family were there to show support.
Yeah.
And then in the back row, the guy had worked at a hotel, and people showed up from the hotel dressed as what they worked as.
Okay.
So like you'd have like chefs all sitting together and maids or whatever. They were all in uniform for this guy.
Right.
In the front row, across the aisle from the funeral, was a guy and his wife. The guy's wife was blind, and she was newly blind, and she kept walking around, giving it these ones, slamming into everything.
Oh, God.
And the guy did nothing. The guy's like this huge, fat, like when he wore a suit, but he had his shirt untucked as to not show. Like that would kind of throw us off.
Yeah.
We didn't know you were fat. Your shirt was untucked. So she goes up to pay her respects to the deceased. She's slamming into everything. She gets up there. She's feeling around the coffin. She feels the guy's face. Feels around to make sure it's the guy. Leans over, gives him a kiss, starts crying, walks back, slams into the pews. Everything. So the guy, somebody leans over and goes, "Hey, dude, your wife is pregnant. You need to be careful that she doesn't slam into shit and hurt the baby." So the whole rest of the funeral, whenever she had to get up and go to the bathroom or whatever, he had one hand around her arm, the other one over her belly, and was guiding her down the aisles. But she's still slamming into shit. So while the service is going on, we hear her in the back, bam, bam, bam. The priest gets up, the worst priest I've ever seen in my life. I swear to Christ, these are the quotes that I remember him saying. He started off with, for those of you who aren't Catholic, we're going to start. The service is going to go this way, and then he explains it. He goes, when we get to the gravesite, we're going to kind of rush through it because it's supposed to be 107 today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then he goes,
The compassion of
he
the
goes,
Lord there.
he never once called the deceased by name.
Yeah.
He just said the beloved.
Yeah, he was doing by rote.
Yeah. He's like our
boilerplate.
dear friend, our dear beloved. He said, quote, we're excited and we're happy, but we're also sad. We're sad that he died and he left us and he went to heaven, but we're also happy that he died and went to heaven.
Wow.
Yes, he goes on to say, he tries to explain grieving. He's like, grieving is a natural part of life. We all grieve in transition. For example, when you go from junior high to high school and then high school to college, there's a bit of grieving there. I have no idea. Like, this guy was so disconnected with the family. His closing
I
remarks.
thought you were saying breathing, and I was like, well, I guess breathing is.
Well,
a
yeah.
part of life.
No, grieving. He
That's
tried to
coming to it.
explain grieving.
Yeah.
Then at the end, this is his big closer. He goes, on behalf of the family, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out and supporting. I know it's the weekend, and there's things you'd rather be doing, like go to the mall or go to a movie or have a nice dinner. But if you think of it, by supporting this family, you're saving money. And in these economic times, every penny counts.
Wow.
We get to the gravesite. He rushes through it. The minute he goes, amen, he walks straight to the car, takes his robe off, gets in, and fucking leaves.
Wow.
The funniest fucked up funeral I've ever been to in my life.
Well, I'm gonna stick to Irish ones. Anyways, we got a windstorm coming in. We're actually gonna be heading on to break. But
Storm is what it feels like.
Yeah,
So,
it's probably the grandfather. He's probably like,
probably
really?
like,
You're clowning on
really?
my funeral?
On the air.
Yeah.
Anyways, Thursdays it's at 6 o'clock.
Thursdays 6:30 to 8.
All right.
It's crazy. You never know what's going to happen. If you want to,
Starstruck on Deep Ellum on air.
yeah, if you want to see me live, I'm performing stand-up comedy live at Hyenas in Dallas, 5321 Mockingbird Lane. It's going to be crazy.
That's tomorrow night.
It's Sunday night. It's 8 o'clock. It's a free show. You get in for free, and we're going to go fucking crazy. Me, Flo Hernandez, Fonzo Crow. Great show.
All right. Well, there you go.
This tastes like coffee, by the way.
Oh, that's good stuff. All right. We'll be back in just a minute, everybody. That's a ridiculous funeral. I'm sticking.
I suck at that.
Check, check. Can you hear me? Yeah? Okay, cool. All right, hey, I'm in the bottle shop. Hey man, how y'all doing? What beer you drinking?
The Temptress,
Temptress. What about you, brother?
pecan porter.
All right, thanks, man. Hey, what's up, man? I am with Bottles Up. Yeah, and yeah, wait, hold on. What the? Yeah, Bottles Up. There we go. Yeah, Bottles Up. And what beer are you drinking?
I don't know. He bought it, so you should ask him.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a Maui. No, not a Maui. It's a Maui Surge or something like that.
Okay, cool. What about you?
I'm drinking an Alaskan Amber.
Awesome. Thanks. Ladies, how y'all doing? I'm with Bottles Up, and just curious to what y'all are drinking.
Yeah.
Ruination.
Cuvée Jacoby sour.
It's Bottles Up right here. It's a live broadcast. Deep Ellum on air. So, all right. Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Oh, that's a good thing to do during the breaks. I like that.
Most of it is from the wind. Okay, and we're back once again. We're here at the bottle shop on Lois Greenville, 2116.
We haven't moved since the last break.
Not even a little. I don't know. Every time we
Now
come
we're
back,
in
we'll let
Antarctica.
people know where we are.
Yes.
Because sometimes they never know. We've never been outside before. We could pick up this table and we could run and walk with it in the time we have for a break.
But we really shouldn't, because I was just inside and they have these badass beer bouquets.
Oh.
And I was like, man, that's a really tight gift.
Well, why don't you tell them a little bit about the beer bouquet then?
Well, the ones I was looking at, I think they pre-make for you. So it's like a style of beer that they pre-make for you. That's basically, like I like Belgian beers, or I like dark beers, or I like IPAs. But I was talking to the lady up at the counter, and she said that you can basically design any beer bouquet you want and have any like 6 or 10 beers or whatever, and it comes with just like these awesome display of beers and this neat tin can with like the World Beer Company thing on it, and then you can give it to your loved ones or yourself if you've got a raise at work. I don't know.
Right on.
It's Friday night. Who knows?
Hey, yeah.
They're really rad though. It's a cool gift.
Yeah, it's like a man bouquet, basically.
It's a man bouquet,
Or
yeah.
A woman who really likes beer bouquet.
Right. Well, a man bouquet sounds something a little bit different, like a bouquet of men.
Yeah, that does sound a little
Yeah.
creepy.
A little interesting.
Yeah. All right. Then.
Although something that your friends may also enjoy.
Yeah.
That's true.
Nothing wrong with
You
it.
should
We
probably
don't
go to
judge on
LeBairs
this
for that,
show.
though. I don't think they're going to have that here.
And yeah, sounds like we might have fire trucks coming by in a minute, but we'll just keep going with the show and hope that everyone can hear us.
Well, another cool part about the World Beer Company is the Firkin Fridays.
Yep.
They tap a unique Firkin, which is a cask of beer served at room temperature, like old school style beer. Every Friday it's unique, and it's always handpicked by the staff here. And so we actually have a little sample of it right here.
Okay.
And this week is Live Oak's Oktoberfest, which is it's neither October nor oaky, but it's a Märzen or an Oktoberfest style lager. It's like 5 0.8% alcohol, and I don't know. Have you guys tried this yet?
No, I haven't had a chance.
I almost get like a tree fruit kind of on the nose, maybe like apple a little bit,
Yeah, I was
but it has
gonna
that
say-
kind of like caramely flavor.
The initial flavor is really very fruity, but the afterwards is. I'm not really sure how to describe it. I guess caramel would be the best description for
Yeah,
it.
caramel or smoke.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
some sort of smoky. It coats your mouth. You can
Coats the tongue.
coats
Yeah.
the tongue. It has a very nice aftertaste. It's not bitter or anything like that.
Well, this beer was designed to be drank. Like, this is the beer, like, if you ever go to the big Oktoberfest, this is the beer they serve in big, huge steins. So, it's a Live Oak's kind of tribute to this Märzen-style beer. And the thing I love about coming to the bottle shop is they always have really cool, unique styles of beer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, the people who run the place love beer.
Right.
And that's the
Who
best
doesn't
people
love
to
beer?
run
What the
it.
hell?
More so than anything I've actually seen before, especially in this area, because you can really get things that, like, I think the last time that I came here, things have changed. Like, I've
Right.
seen a couple things that I didn't
Yeah.
recognize from the last time. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Anyways, so could you explain a little bit more about the Märzen style of beer? You mentioned that, and I don't know anything about
The Märzen style of beer is it's a lager beer, so it's going to be a cold fermented beer. It's traditionally from Bavaria, and Märzen just means March. That's basically all it means, and it means that this beer is meant to be drank in March. But traditionally, a lot of the times, it was produced for the Oktoberfest.
All right, well, we're going to go to our man on the street, Jimmy, with his microphone, and we're going to get some
All right.
random opinions about people who tried this new frickin'
Yeah,
cask.
so everybody else ended up trying out the beer. Your name was Michael? Michael, what did you think about the beer?
I liked it a lot. It's smooth. It's got like a little bit of a fruity taste to it, but it's real mellow. I like it.
Okay, yeah, I think that's kind of the same thing that we were getting. Who else tried the beer over here? Anybody? You guys try it? The beer? What do you think, man?
Said man. Going man. Sir. I thought that it was I think it was a pleasantly non-overpowering fruity taste to it. Like it tasted like a Northern Belgium Oktoberfest kind of.
Yeah, that's actually exactly what we were kind of talking about over here. Did you try it out? Okay, what'd you think?
I think something is girl.
Okay, so it's girl friendly. Okay, I like it. So that's pretty much what we got so far. They're kind of saying the. Oh, did you guys try it out too? Okay, what was your name?
Desiree.
Desiree, what'd you think?
I thought it was really kind of sweet and like almost nutty kind of tasting.
We had one person say that it was a very female friendly drink. Would you say that?
I would say that's a true statement. Yeah.
And what'd you think?
I mean, I was drinking an IPA before that, so it really hit. It opened it up. So it's a different
We
way,
get
so, yeah,
10 more viewers.
it was different because I was drinking really bitter stuff, so it was definitely not hitting the back of the tongue.
We get back on camera. 20 viewers.
I was having the same experience because I was just having IPA as well. So yeah. What was the name of that?
It's Live Oak's Oktoberfest.
Live Oaks Oktoberfest. Yeah, so there we go.
Clever, huh?
Yep, that's good stuff. And I mean, like we were saying, every fucking Friday.
It's different. I mean, I remember last time we were here, we had like some kind of Imperial crazy Pilsner, and then the last week before that, we had some double IPA.
It was the fake Imperial.
Yeah, it was the fake
They
Imperial.
just dropped Imperial on there for fun. It
Yeah,
was
they
basically pale ale that got you drunk.
Yeah, they just threw Imperial on there. So yeah, I mean, that's one of my favorite parts of it coming down here is you get to try real old-fashioned beer. It's always changing and super cool.
I really do enjoy the traditional style of it, just the
Absolutely,
cask
yeah.
style, and I learned a lot last show, and people can go back on the website, I think, and
Yeah,
the
well, I think
YouTube
we-
channel and see that.
We went over it
that
quite
education.
extensively, yeah.
So,
Exactly what that
anyways,
involves.
We're not going over that stuff again, Internet. All right, you know how to work your browser, so you should go back and check that out because
Google it, bitches.
you will learn some very important stuff about cask style beer. 'Cause
Absolutely.
That's not the stuff that you buy in a store. Anyways, so let's see here. That was Oktoberfest, and we still have 2 minutes. So
Well, next up, we're going to be kind of going over one of the most, I think, misunderstood yet widely drank beer styles on Earth, which is the stout. So we have a lot of people who don't really know where the stout comes from or what the stout is. They just kind of know that it's that dark beer they don't
Yeah.
necessarily like or they really love.
Why is it warm?
Yeah, it's an ambiguous style of beer, and I always love talking to people about it and kind of getting into the history of it because it's so unique.
Well,
and it's very.
I do want to
interesting.
go into the history because that's what I looked at on the Wikipedia page because I'm a big nerd. But anyways, so I had a train of thought that I totally lost. Like we were starting to get on something there, and then I realized I was drunk and I lost it.
Did it have to do with stout?
No,
Oh.
I don't think so. So this is the problem with the show. Like when we
Did you
start
take your
getting-
honest pills today?
I did.
Just breaking the fourth wall.
Anyways, anyone have something to say?
I know that
'Cause I'm just-
when it does come to stouts, really I couldn't have even told you that was necessarily Guinness when we got here. So I mean,
Right.
that's how like unversed I am whenever it comes to like stout beers.
Well, it's crazy. Like Guinness is always, it's kind of one of those beers that defines its own style. Like
Mhm.
people will like, oh yeah, like IPAs, pale ales, amber ales, and Guinness. Like, well, Guinness is it's
That's
a
a
beer
brand.
in a style, and they're like, no, there's nothing like Guinness. I mean, the recipe there is nothing like Guinness. It's an old recipe, but it's pretty standard type of style. We're gonna go over here in just a second.
All right. Well, we're gonna go on break because we're all running out of beers, and we should go and get the sample beers.
Who keeps stealing our beers? It's crazy.
I don't know, but when I find that guy, I'm gonna kick
Someone
him.
just keeps pouring out a beer.
Okay.
So we're getting some sign.
Okay, everybody.
Everybody.
is here. We're back again, but I don't know where we are, so I'm not going to announce it this time.
I think we're in Lewis Greenville somewhere.
Lois Greenville at some sort of
World Beer Company? Interesting.
With bottles of some sort?
I think it's a
In a shop?
of bottles.
Weird.
Interesting.
A shop of bottles, you say.
So, anyways, yes, you're back watching this show.
Well, they might not be back, but we're back and they're watching us.
We're back with you watching us.
We're
watching
back
you
with
through a
you.
camera. We're seeing you through your camera. Yes.
Yeah, we can see you, dude. Put some pants on, bro.
That's not cool. That's just unhygienic.
We're 3 dudes.
Yeah. Well, hey, no judging.
It's true. It's true.
Anyways, so we're going to go into the history of stouts.
All right, some of my favorite history.
And this is going to be some good stuff. This is the part where we lay the knowledge on you.
Yeah, we put the caps on and we start going to town.
Yep. So we're going to let our brewmeister Cullen
Thank you.
start us off here.
Well, the stout actually starts from a totally nether style of beer that is the porter. So if you guys have ever heard of the porter, back in England around like the 13th, not the 13th, but around like the 14th century, 16th century, sorry. There were people who were actual porters who took things from one place and ported them to the other place, dock workers, who drank a dark style beer that was light in alcohol, maybe like 4.5% alcohol.
Yeah.
And whoa, wind's getting crazy here. And so they drank this light style beer, and there wasn't really a name for this style of beer back in the day. It was just they called it a porter after the people who drank it.
Yeah.
So eventually, Arthur Guinness and some others decided they want to start making a stronger style of beer, but the exact same kind of variety. So they used to make a stout porter, just meaning strong porter. And the stout was born. So basically, all a stout is just a little bit higher alcohol version and maybe a little bit higher body version of the traditional porter that these dock workers drank back in the 16 and 1500s in England. So that's the direct history of the drink, and it has a very rich history after that, obviously, mostly due to this man right here, Arthur Guinness, who started Guinness Brewing back in 1716.
And they were originally brewing much lighter beer before he's made the switch.
Exactly. He decided that it was probably a better, avenue to pursue this kind of different style of beer and introduce it into Ireland. And actually, the history of this brewery is totally crazy. He has something like a 1,200-year lease on the Guinness Brewing Company.
That's a pretty good lease.
For like $1 a year. Like he signed like a 1,200-year lease for like $1 a year, and they still pay that like crazy $1 a year.
Yeah. Can't argue with that. I'm going to talk to my landlord, see about maybe setting up a 1,200-year lease. I like where I'm at now, so maybe we'll do it.
So he was an awesome businessman in that capacity. But this is actually, I think, the most drank beer worldwide is Guinness, or some variety of Guinness. They have tons of varieties now, but everyone knows it. Usually people drink it on St. Patrick's Day, but it's actually a traditional dry stout. And we're going to go into the styles of stouts here in just a second, but the style of the beer was meant to be drank by workers. Kind of workers, not the during the day drinkers, like that was the porter, because these guys drink during the day while working. This was like the beer, like, I got off 5 o'clock, now I want another 10 beers. So it was never traditionally designed to be a really strong beer like we think of strong beers now. More like 5 to 6% alcohol. That was strong back in the day. Now we think like 12% alcohol. But and it was never meant to be heavy. It was actually supposed to be pretty light in drinking. The only thing was just supposed to be dark. And dark comes from roasted malts. It doesn't necessarily come from more body malts like oatmeal, even though there are oatmeal varieties of this style of beer.
All right. So, let's see. What do I have to add to that?
Well, do you guys have any questions about stout?
I can tell the people at large that stout was originally used to describe someone who is brave or courageous, and
True.
It wasn't until the 14th century that it also started being used to mean, strong.
Big or strong, right.
So there's that little piece of history that I did not know until I researched this for the show. Let's see. Jimmy, any questions?
I didn't know that was actually the main guy that ended up doing it. I guess that would make a lot of sense, though, that it would have been the guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's an old-ass brewery. I mean, so it's kind of one of those things that if you have a brewery that started the beginning of the mid-beginning of the 1700s, it's a long time ago. And so
Now, would you say that there are some other places, at least, that you can get like a stout and it's just as popular as Guinness? Because I don't know that there is. Is there another stout that in America is considered just as popular?
I mean, there are some stouts that you could probably put near Guinness, like a Murphy's or something along those lines. But Guinness is just so popular and so pervasive. It's just kind of like the.
It's the Bud Light of stout.
I was about to say, I hate to say, but it's like
But that's on a marketing sense,
Yeah.
not a flavor sense. It's still a very good beer. It's just
and a lot of people compare Guinness to like their first craft beer, and I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
But there's a huge difference between getting a Guinness in a can and getting a Guinness off a fresh nitro tap. Like that is heaven in a glass. It really is super good. It's got a great crisp kind of like chocolatey coffee like flavor while also being light and super drinkable. I know a lot of beer snobs kind of thumb their nose at Guinness because they think it's like, I don't know, the lesser man's craft beer, but I think it's total bullshit. It's still a really good beer as long as you get it from a reputable place that cleans their tap lines and puts it on a nitro tap. Super good.
well, then I think we should stop talking about it and start tasting it.
And drink some fucking Guinness, yeah.
I think that's a solid idea. Cheers. So, hey,
Cheers.
bottoms up,
Or
guys.
slancha, as they would say in the Emerald Isles. Well, and we're going to go over the exact style of Guinness. So Guinness is actually what they call a dry stout. And so this stout should actually only be anywhere in between, like about 4 and 5% alcohol. And there's a lot of fun facts about Guinness. Guinness only has per pint like 129 calories, 125 calories, which is actually less than a Bud. Like if you get a Budweiser, not a Bud Light, but a Budweiser actually has like 215 calories. This only has like 125, 130 calories. So
It being a stout, I would not have expected that.
well, a lot of ladies go, "Oh, I don't drink Guinness because it's gonna make you fat." I'm like, actually, you should probably drink some more Guinness because it won't make you fat, and it's more. I think it's more satisfying as a beer style. I really love the dry Irish stout.
Yeah.
It's a super quaffable beer. I can just sit down and still get that great rich beer flavor without being like, man, I just had of 12 meals. I had like 16 Big Macs just now.
Because that is usually the most difficult thing for me, at least whenever it comes to darker beers, is like being able to, even a 6-pack is going to put you under.
Yeah.
If not because you're drunk, it's going to be because you're
full.
And
Yeah.
you just want to like lay down and wait it out.
Well, it's like they sell these Guinness tall boys in a 4-pack, and I can't imagine drinking more than 4 in a sitting. And it's not because I'm drunk; it's because I'm sated. It's like I feel good about what I just have done to my body. I do. I'm just like, whatever just happened feels good. I'm a little drunk. I'm mostly full. Like I just need a blanket. I'm gonna go to bed now.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, that's what I really loved about drinking Guinness, and especially, there's tons of great examples of dry Irish stouts. I just picked Guinness because I think it's the most universal. People can
This
come
is
up.
one that the viewers at home can go out and realize that we do know what we're talking about.
Well, every viewer on Earth, if we have viewers over the whole world, can go get a Guinness. You can get a Guinness on like Namibia. So the cool part about it is this is sold probably the most worldwide distributed beer on Earth. But let's actually talk about the beer itself, the
actual beer
flavors.
itself, yeah. I'm definitely like, you get a lot of flavor going down, but you can see where the dry stout label comes in,
Right. Yeah.
Because there's almost no aftertaste. I mean, once it's through, it's gone.
I get a little like
a very light aftertaste, but nothing.
There's no mouth coat. Yeah, it's that really like you get that chocolate kind of coffee. On the nose, I almost get a little like I don't know how to really pinpoint it. Guinness just has that almost quintessential copper note, like almost blood. Especially if you take a Guinness head and you twirl your finger in it and taste it, it has a really like kind of metallic-y, but in a good way, not like a gross way. Kind of irony, yeah.
Well, I think we're going to be going to some folks in the bar in a minute.
Some folks who don't know what they're talking about. No, I'm just kidding.
What they think about the Guinness. Damn it. Damn it, I'm so bad at this.
All right, so who tried the
Whatever
Guinness?
Dell has going on in
the
it,
Guinness
can't speak,
samples.
it's
Anybody tried the Guinness?
Bell's got
samples?
the hep.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Did you try one already?
We're still working
All
out
right,
this
what did
man
you
on
think?
the street situation.
Man on the street.
So I'm going to describe what's going on.
Man on the street. No, we have a camera on him.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You want to try this out?
What do you guys think
about
the Guinness? Dude, please get the fuck out of my pocket.
Tastes like olives? Okay, I can kind of see that. Yeah. Has like a little bit of that taste. Seltzer.
Woo! woke up and I was just snorting a bunch of coke off the table. Oh, do you? I took mine off of here for some.
What do you think?
I can see it's kind of that little tangy kind of quality to it.
Had this since I was 12 years old. Dad gave it to me.
Barbecue sauce is another thing we're getting now. Okay, who else wants to try a sample? Guinness.
Jimmy's over there.
No, you think it'd be hard to like actually give away beer? What do you think?
Yeah, it does have that smokiness of a barbecue. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see people getting that from. You guys want to try Guinness? No. Okay. Yeah, here you go.
It's very light, dark chocolatey taste.
Yeah, I think that's kind of light considering. All right, there we go. So we had everything from light to olivey.
Olivey,
to,
interesting.
Yeah, I mean, we had some good stuff there.
I like olivey. That's interesting. That's
Yeah.
interesting. It's kind of that brine flavor.
So it's time for us to switch styles. We're going to be moving on to the milk stout now.
Yeah. Oh, the milk stout or the sweet stout or the lactose stout. And we're actually going to American Brewery Left Hand out of Colorado.
All right.
And so this is going to be a big departure from the dry stout. It should be mouth coating. This actually has lactose in it. So it actually has milk in the fucking beer.
Okay.
And it's one of those stouts that it's going to be roasty and sweet and molasses-like. And I really dig this beer, but it's not. It's a cold weather beer, and the weather's changing here in Dallas, so it's actually kind of perfect for right now.
Wow, that is one of the most different smelling beers.
Isn't that crazy? You go from the Guinness that has almost that kind of olivey, coppery nose to this just like heavy roast, really chocolatey.
Yeah, very
Almost milk chocolate.
Yeah, chocolatey coffee is what it smells delicious.
According to the history of this, it was considered a nourishing stout, so they would encourage, hospital patients and nursing mothers to drink milk stout. Because, it has the lactose in it, and it has all that delicious flavor, so it's nourishing. And
Okay.
I miss doctors from back in the 1800s.
Right.
It's like, oh, yeah, you got a toothache? Here's some morphine.
Yeah.
Oh, you're tired all the time? Here's some cocaine.
Yeah.
Nursing mother? Can someone get this woman some cigarettes and a milk stout?
I got just the thing for you. Have you heard of heroin?
You'll never get off of it. Don't worry about it. You need to lose some weight? Here's a tapeworm. What?
Yeah, pretty much. So, anyways, back to the beer instead of old-timey doctors.
But this is actually one of those beers that it's about the same percent of alcohol, about 4 to 6, but that lactose backbone, that sweetness. Lactose is the most common one because it really stands up to it. It is not a fermentable, a 100% fermentable sugar like maltose would be. So the yeast that eat the maltose inside the beer during fermentation don't really dig eating the lactose, so it keeps that body and that really sweet, thick richness without being overly alcoholic. So you don't have this massive 8%, 9% alcohol beer. It's just a nice lighter beer that you can drink more of, but it sticks to the bones, as they say.
See, what I could really see doing with this, and I don't know if either of y'all have had a chance to try this, but have you ever had
It's
a
fucking
Guinness
delicious.
Float?
Yes.
A scoop of vanilla ice
This
cream with a Guinness
is
over it?
the best. I've had it with this beer.
I can definitely see doing a milk stout over it and it being way better. I mean, I've done the Guinness Float and it was delicious, but I
This
can
is
see
way better.
scooping some vanilla into this and just chowing down on that for dessert.
Got to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Man, you haven't. That's one of the best desserts you'll ever have.
Oh man,
But
that
it's
sounds
funny.
delicious.
This beer is not any more high in percent of alcohol. I mean, it's a couple, a negligible amount of alcohol higher than Guinness, but it immediately goes to your head faster. I feel that booziness because of the sweetness. My body's like, oh, this is boozier. It's almost making me feel more
Do
lightheaded.
you think the sugar processing faster has anything to do with it?
It'll make you probably more hungover, but I mean, I wouldn't want to drink 20 pints of this shit.
All right, so I guess you're going back to be our man on the street,
Okay.
Jamie.
Man on the street, get over there.
Testing this one now. Yes, Del. What do you think of it?
We're gonna go
Here's
to
the
the
weird thing. I like
American
left-hand milk
stout
stout,
next.
but I've never had the nitro before. So this is gonna be.
Well, we just have an
different for me
oatmeal.
here.
Oh, an imperial stout? Oh shit, I thought this was an oatmeal.
I can see the
And that does not taste at all like left-hand.
All
milk stout.
right,
I gotta
dude, I'm
admit,
fucking
I like the
stoked on
regular
that
stuff a
then.
little better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the. This is all right, but the regular left-hand milk's a little bit better. I like that.
What I especially liked about going back over there to get Del's take on the beer was that I
Naked.
thought he was producing the show, so he was getting out of my way. So I was about to walk right by him, as he was about to do the test of the beer.
It's always a good idea to just walk by Dell. Anyways, we're using both of your glasses now. We're having you juggle them because you're a man on the street. You want to have a chance to drink a beer. And anyways, so all right, moving on. We're going to be heading into the American style.
America.
American style.
Yeah, this is American style. So the American stout is going to be.
Stout.
It's going to be a little bit higher in alcohol, at least around, probably the 5.5 to like 7% range. This one is actually from Sierra Nevada, out of California. It should be a little bit hoppier, less roasty. This one smells like jasmine almost to me on the nose.
Wow, that's a lot sweeter than the other one.
I'm getting almost like a candy smell to it. I can see where you're getting the jasmine from, but like it's very sweet smelling.
Yeah, very sweet. But
Sweeter than the milk stout smelling, but I haven't tried the taste yet.
The taste
so.
is more firm. It's less coating, less boozy. It's very abrupt in its nature.
Yes, it is, and it has. I'm getting a flowery finish to it.
Yeah.
To it.
I really, honestly, this tastes like jasmine to me.
Yeah.
This kind of has a jasmine-y, floral quality, which is it's rare in American stouts, but not totally uncommon because that's the hops.
Yeah.
The hops, it's not a very bitter beer, but the hop character is much more prevalent. That's where you're getting that floral nature from. It feels a little bit more full-bodied, in my opinion.
Sorry, we all just have to go and look at what was being pointed at. Internet.
Well, when our board operator stands and goes, "Oh my God!" and points down the street, I expect to see like a man being shot.
No, instead we saw a club girl ass. So that's.
I know. All I saw was a bus go by, so I just assumed he was a bus enthusiast.
Oh, you missed that one. No, tall girl, nice ass. So.
All right, this show's going downhill fast.
I was almost pretty sure that he was going to say that. I'm not going to go that far.
According to our producer, Jimmy's going
am
back
I
on the
moving
street.
again? Am I back on the street?
Jimmy's like, I'm sick of this game.
Dell's like the worst pimp ever, though, because he just like waves you back onto the street instead of actually pimping.
You are trying it out. Yeah, apparently.
Down on the street.
I do, oftentimes.
Imperial style. Actually, this is an English Imperial style. But we're gonna call it Russian Imperial. 'Cause that's what.
So, what do you guys think of these beers?
This one tastes more like an IPA combo. It's a little more bitter.
Here, you can have that one.
Than I would
I'll
imagine
take
a stout would normally be.
Giant head one.
Yeah, it doesn't taste like a stout.
Hey, Delish.
Yeah, it's like a light stout, I guess.
It's actually
Delahundra.
Kind of flowery, would you say?
It's an Imperial
Maybe, yeah, like the finish is a little flowery.
Flowers, so I don't know.
Looking at
No.
this post for the oyster stout.
It's so good.
All right, so we got
It's
a light
briny,
finish
it's kinda
from both of the people over here that have tried it out. Said that it was a nice light finish.
These people know what are they drinking the same beers as us?
They may not have studied up on the beer quite as much.
They might not be scholars.
Yes.
All right, so getting out of America, we're going straight to the Mother Russia.
So we're going downhill from here.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're drinking the biggest of all the stouts. It's a Russian Imperial Stout, and this
When
is
you say biggest, you don't mean by volume.
I mean biggest as in most alcohol.
Okay.
Biggest, baddest. This is the Ivan Drago beers.
Oh.
Now,
Which means that America will beat it up in the end and defeat
the
communism.
small Americans, yes. Actually, the small Italians, but
Yeah.
so this should range anywhere between 8% alcohol and 12% alcohol. It should be just intense, kind of sweet, roasty, almost. I mean, it should just be intense all around.
History factoid here. It's called the Imperial Stout because it was brewed in England for export to Catherine's, who is it, Catherine II of
Mhm.
Russia,
Yep.
when she was the Tsarina, whatever the female equivalent of was, because the Tsar at the time was her bitch, basically.
Right.
But these were exported to Russia specifically
For
her
the
and-
imperial family.
And they wanted to make sure it maintained flavor and could handle the rigors of travel at the time because they
Right.
did not have iced boxcars to ship this stuff across the entire continent. So,
Right.
Anyways, that's where the imperial comes from. It's for
And
the
that's
imperial Russian family.
Why I get so pissed off when I hear a bunch of American companies slap Imperial on IPA. Like, are you making this for a fucking royalty? No, you're not. Call it a double, call it a triple, call it a quadruple. I don't give a
Are you making
fuck.
it for royalty? Are you making it for an emperor? Like,
Are you making it for a czar?
like
No.
really just someone who runs an empire?
Yeah, exactly.
So, anyway.
So no, the only thing that I think should be called Imperial is the Imperial Stout or the Imperial Russian Stout. This one's actually from Samuel Smith's. They're a very traditional English Brewing Company.
Yeah.
So this is something very similar to what the Tsar and Tsarinas would be drinking way back in the day. To me, this is not as roasty as I wish a big imperial stout would be.
It has some good roast to it.
A little bit.
I
It's
mean,
too
not-
overly sweet, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think they've probably sweetened it over the years to appeal more broadly.
Appeal to those sissy Brits.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
The
Well, they
smell
ha-
is really overwhelming. The sweetness. Really.
Yeah, it really is.
It's a caramely sweetness. Like,
It
it's
should be
really-
kind of that plum caramel, like treacle, almost Turkish delight kind of sweetness on the nose, but the taste should be like almost ashy, burnt, roasty coffee espresso kind of flavor. And this unfortunately doesn't quite have that. I would not recommend. I put my not recommend stamp on the Samuel Smith's Imperial Stout.
Okay.
I think there's some excellent examples out there like Mephistopheles or The Abyss, or what's another really just.
I'm going to agree with your not recommend as an imperial stout. I think it's a tasty beer still.
Oh,
but
yes.
it's a poor example of the imperial stout.
Yeah, if you want to go
Fine.
grab a really good Imperial Stout, I would say no to this. But the other beers we had tonight, for their style, especially the left-hand milk stout, totally awesome. I would recommend.
Yeah. Oh, the milk stout.
My favorite.
You can't go wrong with the left hand.
No.
And like we were saying, try it with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. I know what
I'm
Jimmy's
definitely
doing this
gonna be
week.
trying that. Yeah. I'm probably gonna be doing it tonight.
Yeah.
Just go grab some on my own.
Jimmy's just going to pour a six-pack all over his chest and just go to town.
Well, that's Jimmy on the weekend. So I mean,
Jimmy
what
on a
do you expect?
Tuesday.
So it is Friday.
There you go.
I guess I will be, guys.
All right.
All
So we learned some shit about stouts. We drank
Learn
some.
history. Learn some delicious flavors.
Yeah.
Um,
Don't be afraid of the stout. They range all the way from 4% alcohol, like really low, like a Guinness, all the way up to like 16% alcohol. They're like one of the most versatile lines of beers. They last forever, so you can put them in your.
why they were originally brewed. Is,
Right.
I mean, that's one of the reasons they are heat resistant and.
You can put them in your fridge. You can keep them forever, and it's not like you're gonna go grab one that's gonna be skunky or bad. I really encourage people to like go out and explore the stout line and range because it's so diverse. It's way more diverse than an IPA, way
Yes.
more diverse than pale ales, way more diverse than anything
I mean,
out there.
just the flavors that we went literally from just extreme,
Yeah.
not extreme bitter, but like a very dry taste to a very sweet taste.
Right.
And then
You
we
go
went
from like light
yeah,
to really super sweet and dark.
I mean, the range on it is really incredible, and I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah.
So
Once you go black, you never go back. So just
Yeah.
go out there, people. Try the
You're telling
stouts.
me.
Yeah. the stouts are probably the best and most versatile line of beers on the world. On the world, in the world, around the world. Bam.
everywhere. All right, I think we're going to Jimmy on the street again.
Jimmy on the street.
Our producer is just pointing in places, so he's doing his thing.
Okay, so did you try the last one, the most recent one? Okay, what'd you think?
It is like sickeningly sweet.
Yeah. I don't think.
It is like caramel, like really, really like sticky almost, like really dense. I mean, stouts are usually dense, but this is like, I don't know.
It is a bit much. At least that's what we were saying. What do you think?
I agree. It's very sweet. The first initial thought I was like apple or pear kind of flavor, but then she said caramel. I was like, okay, I hear that. I can taste that. But it's kind of like candied apple kind of taste, I guess.
Yeah.
So, do you think that either of you guys are gonna be trying this one again?
Definitely, probably not.
I don't know if I would order it, but I like drinking it. But I don't know if I would order it again. It's not something that I would be like, I want this right
A whole beer of this. It's too much.
Yeah, I agree with that one. All right, so I guess they're saying that it's just too sweet.
Just
too
too
sweet.
sweet.
Yep.
Tell them to shut up. No,
And
I'm
that, well,
kidding.
no,
No,
that's,
I'm
but that's
kidding,
what
yeah.
we were saying. It was the
Exactly.
incorrect kind of
I agree.
way to do an imperial stout.
I agree.
It should have been much
I agree.
darker and ashier.
100%.
I know you agree. I'm just quoting everything you said. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
I would have actually appreciated that if he had actually gone 180.
Yeah.
What he had already felt.
What?
Like, no.
Yeah, actually, fuck that shit. I love that beer.
Amateurs.
Up next on Bipolar Reviews. All right, well, we're going to take a short break here, and we're going to come back. We're going to be interviewing some other folks from the Deep Ellum on-air station.
Excellent.
And I think we're having technical problems there, but we're going to do some interviews, and then we're going to give you the rules for the Breaking Bad drinking game. And
Okay.
Heisenberg,
so
motherfuckers.
it's the best TV show on right now, so this is obviously going to be the best drinking show or drinking game available.
And
So-
drinking show right
and
now.
drinking show available. That's this one. Anyways, we'll talk to y'all in a minute.
Okay, so I hear that you're a big fan of beards. Do you like beards?
Beards?
Beers?
Bears, no. That's not my favorite. Actually, I wanted to get on the radio show and talk about how I'm really mad because you guys don't know how to make adioses.
Because we don't know how to make adioses? Adioses?
In Texas, like, do you even know what that is?
Adioses, no? Or in bye?
Pardon me?
Bye? Like, as in adios? Bye? No?
Adios, like, as in the drink.
Oh, no. What is that?
It's actually a drink, and they pour, like, everything in there, and it's called an adios motherfucker. And they make it in California, and I can't find anywhere in Texas where they know how to make an appropriate one.
So you go into the bar, you ask for an adios motherfucker, and then...
And it's nasty.
So you go through all this trouble and it's not a good drink?
Yeah, and I have to pay for it. Well, sometimes. You know, usually it runs about like a couple of like I can't even tell you because I'm usually fucked up when I order it.
Well, it sounds like it. You're ordering something that nobody knows about, and then it tastes really bad when you get it.
Last call. Hold on, this is really important. Last call. Everybody that's out here, last call. That's right. I make this decision. I am the decision maker here.
Last call, everybody. Is it really last call? What time is it? Midnight is last call for everywhere? No! Okay, you guys. Let me see your hands in the air. Okay. Who wants to win some tickets? Who wants to win some tickets to see? I do. Who do you guys want to see? Who do you guys promote? Who do you want? What's the name of your band? Who wants to go see Dirtbag? Oh. What's your name? Who wants to go see Patrick? Tell us some jokes, Patrick, and then why not? Come on, Patrick, tell us some jokes. Tell me one joke right now.
One joke?
One joke, and where you're from.
I'm from here in Irving.
And tell me one joke.
One joke? Like a book joke or like?
No. Something that people want to listen to.
Something that people want to listen to. How about? I'll tell you what. You can hear a whole bunch of jokes for free Sunday night.
Wrong answer. Nobody go see Patrick on Sunday night. I don't know any jokes. I never even claimed that You can? You're just trying to get the mic from me. But I'll give it to you. Okay. Tell me a joke.
All right. Why do chicken coops only have 2 doors?
Because it's chicken.
No, because if they had 4, they'd be chicken sedans.
I don't get it. Oh, a sedan! Ah! Okay, so wait, are we gonna? I'm not an ass, bitch.
I'm kind of an ass. I don't mean
Okay, interview. What's your name and tell me where you come from? Oh, what's your name and tell me where you come from?
My name is Dell, and I'm from Deep Ellum on Air. We're gonna do Jay. Why don't you start with this? Here we go. Yeah.
Okay. Jimmy, there's yours. All right. So I'm gonna start with the thing.
Bye guys, I love you.
You came all the way from California. You get a group hug.
Bye guys, I
See ya.
Y'all have a good night. All right, so let's start this up.
We're gonna be talking a little bit about Deep Ellum on the Air. What is truly important to us.
Yep.
All right, we're gonna start with Jimmy and Dallas EDM, which apparently stands for electronic dance music.
Yes, Dallas EDM Live.
Oh, I thought it was erectile dysfunction something or other.
Yeah.
And something or other didn't even begin with M. All right, so tell us about EDM, man.
So EDM, basically, it's electronic dance music, as we were talking about. We do it every Tuesday. Just different DJs will come in, all different types, mainly focusing on like bass heavy.
Hold on, what just happened is ringing. It just dawned on me what just happened for the last 5 minutes. Oh yeah. Okay, that just caught up to me. I know. Sorry. Right. Sorry. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry about that.
I'm sorry. I'm on a Dell level power trip right now. Anyways, please.
So it happens on Tuesdays, usually around 8 to 10 o'clock on Tuesday nights. So you can tune in. It's all local. Different types of DJs, all that good stuff. So if you're into EDM, or if you're just into like some type of electronic music and you aren't really sure how to decipher what parts of it you're into, you might be able to find out during our show. So. Yeah.
They just Google Deep Ellum on Air or Deep Ellum on Air now.
Yeah, Deep Ellum on Air.
Don't Google something that has a .com at the end.
Yeah.
That's something. There's no point in that. Just go to the .com.
I sometimes Google the URL.
That's weird. I'll do that too by mistake.
Yeah. So if you go to the website, especially coming up this week, we're gonna have.
I don't know, Jay.
Up, so.
Why don't we make more of a deal of it on air?
I'm just asking if when Jedi starts pulling the cables, I get concerned.
Jedi, are we doing all right there?
He's like the Doc Brown of pulling your cables.
It's our intern Jedi. He's learning the ropes, and this is his first show that he's producing.
He's learning the ropes.
It's funny. When an Amish child turns
people that have
18,
never seen it before, they're gonna have no idea.
They
Yeah.
go on a journey into the world when they're 18 and Amish.
Right, the Kubla Khan.
Yeah, and they go out and they have to learn how to do new things and see if they want to still be Amish. So Jedi was Amish up until a week ago.
Oh, right.
And now he's trying to figure out if he wants to be a radio
I forgot about that, right.
He can trim a wick and start a fire better than any of us.
But, right.
But still, the magic of the chain lightning that we use is incredible too.
The chain lightning, I love it. Okay, now interview me.
All right, you'll be interviewed now. Anyways, so EDM, Jimmy, good stuff. Let's go to Del show.
I don't really want to talk about this.
All right, well that's fine.
All right, you can talk me into it.
Okay. See, you just have to out psychology.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, so tell us about your show, please.
It's basically a comedy show. Sundays, it's live 2 to 3, but you can watch it all week after that. It's a comedy show where we interview local artists, local guests, and we review movies and comics. And you're a co-host on the show.
That's true.
You should watch it sometime. You'd really like it.
That's sober me usually. So
that is sober you, yeah. And what's weird is I'm tipsy on that show, but because I'm producing, I'm sober during this one, and I speak worse, poorlier. Worselier. Yeah, more poorlier and worsely. And I blink a lot for some reason when I'm doing this. But it's a comedy show where we basically just interview local artists and creative people around Dallas. And one of the cool things is this upcoming Thursday, Deep Ellum on Air, is we're going to be broadcasting live from the Vinyl Thoughts Art Show.
Vinyl Thoughts Art Show on Thursday night.
That's right, correct. And that's by Cody Phillips and Shelby Miller. And
you got it right.
That's right. And it's the third show, and man, that place is freaking awesome.
I missed it last time, and
dude,
really
you cannot miss this one. I'm telling you, he's going to be out of town like a chump.
Out of town.
So you're going to be co-hosting on the show to help out.
Right on.
And
okay.
you're finding that out now, but I'm telling you, you're going to be co-hosting that show.
Very nice.
But dude, there are thousands of people, and the art is so unbelievably cool. And we get the privilege of broadcasting that on the Del show for 3 hours, 8 to 11.
Isn't it nice walking in front of an entire line of people waiting to get into a show?
That was the coolest thing about the last show. Is like literally it was so packed. There were thousands of people inside, or 1,500 people. Yeah, and they had to get one in, one out, and there was still a line down the block in Deep Ellum. And I walked up and I'm like, I'm Dale. And I'm here with, and they're like, go on in, sir. And then they bowed like this. They were like, yes, sir. And then they opened it up. And they rolled the red carpet.
Little midget with a trumpet.
Yeah. Now, see, that's what I need is a little guy that follows me around with a trumpet. I like that idea. So, yeah, just make sure you watch the Del show, and that's DELOL show.com. But all the information about the Vinyl Thoughts Art Show is going to be up there. Sorry, Cody and Shelby. I'm doing you wrong, boys, but I'm telling you, get out to the art show, man. It's going to be it's going to be great, and that's vinylthoughtsartshow.com. So rewind that and make sure you go to vinylthoughtsartshow.com. So it's going to be worth it. But so why don't you go ahead and take us, since I'm the producer, pretend like I'm standing behind the camera. We need to wrap this up.
Okay.
Take us to break, and then we're going to come back and we're going to do the what are we going to do? You tease it out.
Coming up is the wonderful rules for the Breaking Bad drinking game. Which seriously, I've tried this with an episode, and if you can get through 2 episodes doing this, then more power to you. But anyways, that's coming up, and then we're gonna wrap it up a little bit because the cops are coming for us apparently.
Yes.
Anyways, we'll be back.
Bottoms up, Dallas.
And we're live.
All right, we're live again. Apparently, we die every time the show ends, but we're live again.
And we're live.
That's all that matters.
We're still in the same place we are the first Friday of every month. We're at the World Beer Company on Lois Greenville. That's, what is that? Yeah, 2116 Lois Greenville. Anyway,
2116.
Now what we've all been waiting for, the thing that comes after all the history and awesome beer tasting and all that stuff. So the wrap up.
The crux of the argument.
So I'm going to let you all in on the Breaking Bad drinking game. If you don't know what Breaking Bad is,
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, seriously, why are you even doing anything? Do you want to explain Breaking Bad to the people at home?
Do I want to explain? It's a show with Bryan Cranston, who
More than I knew.
He basically is a dude who had cancer one point in time, or has cancer, and just starts fucking shit up once he starts dealing meth.
Yes, I mean he needs to make a certain amount of money to provide.
I just don't want to have any spoilers, so I'm just trying to be like, he's a man on a mission.
He's a chemistry teacher who gets diagnosed with the cancers, and he needs to make money for his wife and child, so he leaves something behind.
He has a special son,
Ain't got shit on him, and so
Walt
he
Jr.
goes out and cooks the best meth ever. And so that's really all you need to know. But basically,
Watch a show. It's on Netflix.
It's the best show on TV. You can find it on Netflix. It airs on AMC. 10 months from now, they're going to show the last 8 episodes or 10 episodes. I forget what they broke it up into to gouge more money out of America.
Yeah, fuckers.
They can get away with it because the show is that fucking good. People are still going to watch it.
Nice.
It's
I've been talked into it so
ass-puckeringly
many
good.
times, yeah.
No, it is. I'm always one of those like TV show watchers. People are like, dude, you should get into Mad Men. You should get into. I'm just like, fuck you. I'll get into whatever I want to watch. And I'm watching Futurama like for the 100th time.
Nice.
And so I finally got into. I was like, one day I was hungover and I was like, I'm gonna watch Breaking Bad on my laptop while I like sat in a cold dark room. And I could not stop watching. I stayed until like
10 hours later.
Yeah, I watched like the first 3 seasons in succession and then was just addicted.
Dell just did that.
Yeah, it is amazing. Amazing acting, incredibly good.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to give the rules for the show that is about gangland violence, family love, and a whole lot of meth being cooked and sold across the...
And the blue crystal.
Yep. All right, so here we go. What you are going to need for this drinking game, you're going to need beer, tequila,
40 pounds of meth.
and, well, meth might help, but you're going to forget what you're doing.
Right.
So, beer, tequila, a television, and some way to watch Breaking Bad. DVD, box sets, Netflix, illegal download. No, we don't support that. Forget I
Sure,
said
fuck
that
yeah, we
last
do.
part.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Your show about drugs, goddammit.
that's right. All right, here's the rules, and this is gonna be real quick, everyone. So get your pen and paper and try not to be drunk when writing, because you're not gonna remember this in the morning.
Never drink and write.
All right, so you take a drink of beer anytime Walt has a domestic problem or fight. That's the main character, Walt White. Anytime Jesse says yo or bitch.
Oh, yeah,
because,
bitch.
that's one of the other characters. All right, every time someone smokes meth, you drink beer. Every time money appears on screen, you drink beer as long as it's on the screen.
Oh, shit.
All right. Every time Walt yells at Jesse, you drink. Every time Jesse freaks out, you drink.
You're gonna be fucked up.
When Walt gives a chemistry lesson. When Hank, his brother-in-law, says something racist to a Mexican. When Marie, Walt's sister-in-law, wears something purple, you drink. All right. Every time Walt stares at something with his mouth open, which happens more often than you'd think, it'll sneak up on you. All right. Every time Walt lies, which is most lying, honestly.
It gets more and more common.
Yep. And then every time someone uses a slang word for meth, so glass, crystal, ice, etc., etc. All right. And you take
The
a
Poconos.
shot. And oh god, this is going to be the tough part. This is the killer of the game here. You take a shot every time someone dies, every time someone cries, and every time someone says Heisenberg.
Holy shit, you're gonna be wicked drunk.
Yeah, there are some episodes where like you might get alcohol poisoning following this game. So we don't
If you
encourage
die,
to do
you're an
that.
idiot. Sorry.
Disclaimer: we don't
Disclaimer.
encourage you to drink yourself to death. That is a bad idea.
But we do encourage you to do
just
meth.
got disclaimed.
On another note, though, I've been really, a lot of people have been trying to talk me into watching the show, and now I want to.
Yeah.
Fucking show. I just seriously, I just started catching up because everybody else been telling me to watch it, and I've watched 3 seasons in a week and a half. And
Dell now cooks meth.
greatness. It's after now that The Wire shut down. That's the next best show there is.
Actually, I read a really cool article just this morning about the woman who's the chemistry consultant on the show.
Yeah.
She's mixing different ways of making meth, like the processes, And so like they start off on one way and then they do it a different way, and that way they're not actually showing how to make meth. So
Interesting.
suck at everyone who watches.
I have seen The Wire, and I am like up to date on the Breaking Bad, and I've seen Homicide, Life on the Streets. I think those are three, and Mad Men and Sopranos and all this stuff. I will say,
And every
I
television.
owned a car when I was 16. I have 14 shirts. Breaking Bad.
13 of them are
is not
plaid.
The best television series ever, but I do think it is the best television series on television right now.
Except for
Until Game of Thrones starts up
No, actually,
again.
Apparently, it's not on television anymore. It's another year. This one's a bitch.
Well, until Game of Thrones starts, then all fucking hands are off. Because it's the best thing that ever
I think
happened.
it depends. Like Breaking Bad does like great writing.
All right,
the
well,
science.
we're about to be kicked out of the bar. I'm sorry,
We could really
Chris. I
argue.
do
We
appreciate
could argue
it,
this
but-
all night. Whether it's
That
either
could be
it's that
another
or
show.
Bad Girls Club.
I want to make a point. I saw Small Wonder.
I love Supernatural.
Every time you look down, right? All right.
All right, you're off the show permanently. Okay, here we go. We're gonna wrap this up. Let's everybody trade quizzes with the person to your right.
Okay.
Clockwise. Everybody's
So,
gonna
here,
grade.
there's-
Everybody's gonna grade. To your clockwise.
You said to
bitches.
your right, jackass.
No, I'm sorry. I meant to the right. But whatever.
God damn it.
It doesn't matter. Trade them up.
Here's two.
What?
Alright, take that one.
Yeah, and
I
here,
hate you
that's
guys.
not mine.
Your
and this
confusion
is not
shouldn't
mine.
stem from my inability to explain myself.
All right, everyone turn your thing clockwise to the right.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, what?
Okay, ready? Everybody grade them. Here we go.
Oh, that's some
In
wild
what month
bats.
does Oktoberfest begin?
September.
The answer is September.
September.
So, did anybody get that one wrong? Did anybody grade someone?
You realize you gave me a test that I didn't even know.
Right, and that's the funny part, jackass. All right, here we go. Yeah.
Wait, Jay got that right. Why are you marking it wrong?
Because I'm jealous.
All right, here we go. After consuming buckets of all or ale, the Vikings would head fiercely into battle, often without armor or even shirts. The word meaning bare shirt is where we get what word?
Berserker.
Berserk. No, berserk.
Oh.
A berserker is someone who does it. Fail. Actually, everybody gets that one. I don't care. It's late.
No,
Let's go.
this guy wrote Wild Battles.
No, but that's why I'm giving it to him. Who is this crazy
I have
hobo
13
that
shirts.
started coming on the show? I stole from my family and friends and I live on the street. But I've seen Breaking Bad, The Wire, and Homicide. All right.
He's the guy at every beer bar that has an unspecific opinion. Has a vague opinion.
Hey, you're your face. I hate it.
Yeah, we're looking for a beer guy with a vague opinion. Can you start work tomorrow? Yeah, sure. Okay, we need you to go buy a snap button shirt and a pack of cigarettes.
It's always the snap button shirt. All right, beer is legally defined as a staple food in which country?
Bavaria, which is not a country.
That's what it said on the website. Colin, are you going to argue with the internet? There are scientists on the internet.
Wait, somebody's wrong on the internet? Holy shit.
Actually, I got that from the show Moesha, so that may not be as accurate as the rest of these. Let's see. According to the Code of Hammurabi, the ancient Babylonian, a merchant could be put to death for what?
Looting beer.
Diluting beer.
As he should.
What did you say?
You're wrong. You put down watering down beer, not diluting.
That's the same. Watering down beer is the same as diluting beer.
Dilute it with piss.
And here's the other thing. Technically, this question wasn't specific. I'm pretty sure murder would have also worked there. According to the Code of Hammurabi, a merchant can be put to death for what? Murder. Well, there's nothing that said it has to be about beer. Yeah,
Lots of shit.
Should have worked just fine.
All right, good.
Right.
Looking at a dude
Like this.
murder.
I'm out of time.
Wearing a Fu Manchu at night, murder.
Hey. All right, the Egyptian. Hold on, sorry, this guy's cool.
The guy drives a 1997 Sentra.
All right, the Egyptian pyramids were built on beer, stonecutters, slaves, debatable, and the public
Debatable.
officials were paid in a type of beer called what?
Cash.
Cash with a K. That's right. Tecate would be wrong.
Beg to differ, sir, because I have
Now-
done a lot of home projects.
Now the Mexican pyramids.
The Mexican Chichen Itza was built with the coffee.
The Plaza of the Moon and the Sun. Yes, those were. In the phrase, mind your P's and Q's, what does P and Q each stand for? He gets 2 points for that one. Whoever has his, give him 2 points.
Pints and quarts.
Because seriously, I'm telling my girlfriend that tonight. Mind your P's and Q's.
Mind your P's and Q's. Because I'm sick of this shit.
I'm sick of it.
Shut down your queef station.
I'm so glad his mic is only trickling in.
I know.
For the people at home that didn't get to hear, yeah.
It's talking about queefs.
Yeah,
Vagina farts.
Poops. All right, or poos, or whatever. All right, beer wasn't sold in bottles until what year?
1850.
1850. How did anybody remember that?
I have to argue with that because you're the one who said that in the Shawshank Redemption it was wrong for them to be drinking out of bottles because they did not bottle beers until 1950. So which is it, huh?
I believe it was that brand. And that's true. We will have to look that up because
Yeah.
one of the first quiz we had said that.
Yeah.
You know what? You get an extra. Whoever grading Jay's for remembering that, Jay gets a point.
No, I'm taking 10 points off for Jay.
All right, take 10 points off because you feel like
For being a smart
Well,
ass.
he has Jimmy's.
It doesn't matter.
Cullen gets 2 extra points for being bold and challenging the producer.
I'm still taking 10 points off of Jay's. I don't care who's the greatest.
All right, the most expensive beer in the world is called what?
Tutankhamun.
Toot. In common. The Romney?
I'll the Romney.
It should.
Why don't poor people just get more money?
Hey.
For a beer.
No, Mitt Romney knows how hard it is to manage your money this day and age. He can barely find all of his. So,
It's funny because it's rich people.
are y'all out of here?
Because we'll never be that rich, so we have to make fun
Thanks
of them.
for coming out, guys.
Thank y'all very much.
Sorry. That part, the Reading Crushers. Girl in the red dress.
Uh-huh.
You guys remember?
Here it goes. Here's one of my favorite jokes of all time. It's from a Thumb movie, as a matter of fact. What did one poor person say to another poor person?
They're not people.
Who cares? All right, let's see.
We're all poor.
Wow.
It's funny because we're poor. All right, the most expensive beer in the world is called Tutankhamun.
Yeah.
Let's see.
If we all farted at the same time, we'd Tutankhamun too.
Oh my.
I'm just
All
saying.
right, he's cut. Cut from the show.
Yeah.
You're worse than that homeless guy that was talking about the television he watches. All right, it sells for how much a bottle?
52 bones.
52. That's right. Let's see. The patron saint of brewing is
St. Arnold.
St. Arnold's Brewing
Not
Company.
King
Hold on, you don't jump ahead.
Sam Adams would be wrong.
Sam Adams would be wrong. He was not a saint. I don't even think he was real. Wasn't he like Columbus or one of those people that got made up in history books?
He was. Yeah. It's like George Washington.
Yeah, exactly. Fool, step back.
Hey, wait a second. This is America.
What the fuck?
It just goes black. The station cuts off.
All right, the patron saint of beer is
Winston Churchill.
that's
Gambrinus?
correct.
Gambrinus?
Winston Churchill. Yes, the great Gambrinus. King Gambrinus or Gambinus.
Or Dell.
You misspelled it. You didn't put king.
Whatever. It's there.
It's there. So everybody added up. I'd like to know what everybody got on the score. Let's see here. Colin
Jimmy
got 10 out of 10.
Jimmy got a 7.
Just bite his misspelling.
Okay, Jimmy 7 out of 10.
Jay gets minus 10 points, so automatically negative.
Jay has -3. He did really well, but then the -10 killed him. Killed him. And what did?
What is it? The Easter judge just did not like him.
Negative 10.
You missed. No, you got 2 points from Boots and Queens.
There you go.
I still maintain it's the
You
best
beat me.
answer
I got
you-
negative. What? -10?
-3.
Oh,
Negative
okay.
3.
Everything
You got
counts,
negative
yeah.
3.
Man, you're stupid.
Damn, you're dumb.
In your back pocket.
Yeah, that's true.
Never know you're going to pull one
So
out.
seriously, last thing I want to say on the show is seriously did a George Washington joke?
Yeah, not cool. Not
Really?
cool. Fuck you. This here's America. Maybe you never heard of it.
Right.
Love it or leave it.
Dude, just saying, it wasn't real.
All right,
All
so in the words of the immortal George Jefferson, I want to say thanks for watching. Bottoms Up Dallas.
Yes, thank you very much,
the
everyone.
Third episode
Talk
of the
over
show.
Dell.
But yeah, everybody talk over me and I'll talk louder.
Yeah,
during the show.
that's what we do now.
When did George
So, no,
Jefferson
thanks
say
for
that?
tuning in. This episode was obviously about Stouts, and I know I learned a lot because I was reading Wikipedia while we're talking. And I hope all the people, all you lovely, lovely ladies and gentlemen at home learned something too. But make sure you turn in next month. I'm sorry. And what is it going to be next month?
Belgian Strong Ales.
Belgian Strong Ales. First Friday of every month here at the World Beer Bottle Shop on Lois Greenville. That's 2116. You can't see it when I'm pointing off camera. So
But it's
do your
there.
homework.
The
But
numbers
it's there.
are there.
I swear to you, it's not legal.
Bitches.
Google, just seriously, just
Yeah,
stop.
World Bottle Shop, bottle company, bottles thing down in Greenville Bottle Company.
Just come down here, you'll find it.
Bottle it
yeah,
a bunch.
first Friday.
It's
of every
blue.
month.
It's got a blue sign.
Make sure you check bottomsupdallas.com. But thank you guys for watching. It's been a lot of fun. So I hope you had a lot of fun. You learned something.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Serious?